Hey guys, so we are back for another review. Today we'll be talking about the Hulu FX original series called A Teacher that stars Kate Mara and Nick Robinson. 10 episodes. The story, obviously just by the name, is about a teacher who starts having an affair relationship with one of her students, and everything kind of quickly escalates and their lives spiral out of control. It's based off a film of the same name that was made in 2013. So if you have not seen the movie or watched the show, I suggest you do that. So go right now. I'll sit here and wait, and then come back and we'll talk about it. So obviously with this subject of teacher-student, relationship, obviously it's a very taboo subject. Obviously it's something that happens in real life, unfortunately. There are many cases of this happening, and a lot of people's lives get ruined, and there's legal action and all sorts of shit that comes with this. I was interested of how they were going to show this relationship and how it was going to play out, but more so I was interested that it was a female teacher and a male student. Obviously that happens in real life as well. There are many cases of that, but I think with media and, books and movies and stuff, it's typically like a male teacher. Kate Mara plays Claire. She's a new teacher, and from the beginning she has like kind of a distant relationship with her husband. So right off the bat, she's not really happy. She's not really satisfied in her current relationship. She starts to tutor Eric, and right off the bat she goes to tutor him and she lies to her husband. She tells her husband, I'm gonna go meet with a coworker. So that was the first red flag. The first red flag, I was like, oh, this is gonna go completely downhill. This is gonna be a shit show. Asks Eric to call her Claire, which is another red flag. Like, this bitch is stacking up on the flags. She showed up to Eric's house, and she has his number. Later on, they go to a college party together. What? And he kisses her. He kisses his teacher. That's fucked up. Episode 3, they go to a dance. This is where she kind of says, listen, maybe we're kind of taking things too far. Maybe, this isn't appropriate. They go in the car together. Episode 4, they fuck. Eric, he goes home from his mirror and he's like, I'm the man. I'm the fucking man. This is like an ego boost for him. This is like fueling him, and this is all negative. This is all, I don't like this. It's episode 5, they go to a Texas ranch. During this time, Eric is kind of all fucked up with his emotions. He obviously really likes Claire. He knows this is wrong, but like clearly this is not gonna end well. They both love each other. She finally tells her coworker, they're both like drunk and having fun, and then she's like, who do you keep texting? Like, are you having an affair? Like, what's going on? So yeah, she finally tells her coworker, and her coworker, which I loved her reaction, was like, what? You're going out? Your student, Eric? What the fuck is wrong with you? This is completely wrong, and the power dynamic, and what the fuck are you doing? So, oh my god, things are shaking up. It's going out of control, you guys. So episode 6, this shit gets real. Claire tells her husband about what's going on with her student. The law, police force get involved. Eric's mom finds out. Her brother, who is a cop, Claire's brother is a cop. He finds out, he gets involved. Eric's friends find out. Oh, you're so lucky, bro. And like, oh, he's gonna be a legend, and like all that shit. And like, no, not cool, but very realistic. There would be guys out there that would say that. Episode 7, time jump. Eric's in college. He's actually kind of known for the kid that hooked up with his teacher, and that the repercussions and the reputation that comes along with that. And some people see him as like a legend, and seen as cool, and like, oh my god. And there's a girl that hooks up with him who is like, who she knows. So like, she's like, how was it like? And like, so like, people know it really bothers Eric, as because it's abuse, and he went through that, and that was like a very intense thing that happened to him. He's very depressed now, and there's scenes of him being reckless and drinking, to clearly block out the pain, like not just to have fun, like to You know, that's like its coping, you know, and then he meets this girl later on, and she's a feminist, and she said, which I really, really liked that she said, true equality, you're a victim too, I'm not going to invalidate you, if you need to talk, fucking yes, thank you, God. Thank you. I'm sorry. That's like, I was just really happy to see that. Like, yes, like true equality. Like, this guy is clearly a victim. There are many of male victims out there, which either they're never taken seriously, or they never get the time of day to talk about their situations, or, you know, their experience aren't valid, and like, it just fucking drives me crazy because there are so many guys out there and they're afraid to come out, and we're all about equality here. So episode 8, we're almost done here, guys. Claire's father, now we get to see how Claire's been up to. Her father's an alcoholic, but he's been sober. She's staying with her cop brother, and his wife is not really happy about that, and clearly she has ill feelings towards Claire and feels disgusted with her, you know, which it's valid. You know, she's starting over. Claire's getting a job. She had 6 months in jail, which I think I would have wanted to see that, at least like a glimpse of it. But, you know, I'm glad that they have these repercussions. She has 5 years probation. You know, she has a horrible reputation now, and at the end, she ends up seeing Eric again. Episode 9 and 10. Now we're wrapping up here. She starts out going on a Tinder date, and the guy knows her and Googled her, and he's like, oh, are you a bad slut and everything like that, and like, you fucked your student, and like, really creepy and weird. Eric is on academic probation, and clearly he's drinking and out of control, and he's very upset and still traumatized by it. Returns home to his mom and says, Mom, I need help. Now, final episode 10, a huge time jump. 10 years later, a whole decade later. I wish they'd done a little more with the makeup, or at least made Eric look a little older, but I'll let it slide. That's just me being nitpicky. Claire has 2 girls and a new husband, so her life kind of got back together. They see each other at a grocery store, and that's very triggering to Eric, and he gets all like, fuck, and like, you know, like, clearly he's still, like, years later, he's still hurting about this. Claire messages him on his phone. Like, she still has his number. And she's like, hey, can we go out for lunch? You know, like, what is with this girl? What the fuck is wrong with her? You know, they go to lunch, the final scene of the whole show. She goes out to lunch with him. Like, she apologizes, but he's like, you destroyed me. You ruined my life. She's like, yeah, well, like, my reputation and stuff like that, and I can't get a job anywhere, so clearly she has long-lasting effects, and he does as well. Their small little relationship that was so short-lived in such a small time has long-lasting consequences and effects. You know, I really enjoyed it. I thought everyone did a great job. You know, the fact that it was the point of view of a male and, you know, like a teenager, and we don't really always see that a lot, especially when it comes to, you know, sexual abuse and toxic relationships, and especially that dynamic of a older woman with a younger man and the student-teacher thing. You know, I really, really love that the show had that and showed that. So, nothing but great things to say about this show. More videos to come. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, like this video, and check out my other videos too. So, alright guys, peace!